Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Akshay. Okay. Fine. So we'll quickly start with it. Oh, I am not the host. Ta-da. Okay, the concept of this nerve conduction, nerve impulse conduction. I didn't take, but do you remember it, Akshay?
Ma'am, that nerve impulse, no, ma'am, for signal.
Yeah. Do you know what it is about? Do you know the terms like polarization, depolarization, repolarization?
Ma'am, I remember somewhat. And then it comes till the end of the synapse, and then from synaptic knob to next, this thing, head of the other, this thing.
So that means
Dendrite.
you are not very well aware of the generation and conduction of impulses, no?
No, not that proper. I know basic like concept.
Okay, no problem. So because we didn't do the neural chapter, I just wanted to confirm because we need that concept here to understand the like impulse conduction in the heart, which causes it to
Yeah,
beat.
the reflex arc, that chapter, no, ma'am.
Reflex
Motor
yes, you
neuron,
will confirm.
interneuron,
Yes,
motor
that
neuron.
chapter. Yeah. So I'm not telling you the exact propagation methods and all, but I'll just explain you what the term is, and then once we start
Okay,
like
ma'am.
that chapter, I'll explain that in detail.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, now I'll give you a rough outlook so that when we are doing the today's topic, it will be easier for you to understand.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, just a second. Okay, now.
Ma'am, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am, but your voice is very feeble.
Can you see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Because my phone was far away. Okay, so there are three terminologies that you need to first of all remember, okay, or understand. Okay. And then we will relate these terminologies with the terminologies that we learned last class. Like last class, we learned about atrial systole, ventricular systole, diastole, and all.
The
No,
contraction, all of that.
correct. So the same thing, the contraction relaxation, we are going to give another term, but based on this polarity. Okay. So there are three terms that you need to know. One is polarization or polarized state. Okay. Another is depolarization or depolarized state. And the third one is repolarization. Yes, repolarization or repolarized state. The state is called as repolarized, and the phenomena is called as repolarization or depolarization or polarization. Okay. Now these terms are they come in play whenever we talk about the neurons or the nerve cells. Okay. So always in the neurons will be in the polarized state. The default state of a neuron is polarized state.
Polarized state.
Okay. That means what? No, let me just take the axon part. So if this is the axon part, it is generally considered that on the outer side there are more of positive charges
And inner side negative.
negative because of the negative proteins and all that are present. This is a general concept. Okay. And this state, since there is a positive charge and a negative charge, you call it as the polarized state or polarization. Okay. This is the default state. Now, what will happen is when I am giving some stimulus, no. So if I'm giving some stimulus to this, so that time there will be like change in this particular thing. So what will happen at that particular time is that wherever the stimulus is, this positive ions and negative ions, they will interchange. So instead of that, it will become negative out and positive in because there will be some flow of ions. Okay, the remaining will remain the same because at that point only we gave the stimulus, no? So basically what happens is once the stimulus is received, okay, there will be a change in the permeability of this particular membrane of the axon. Axon is also a cell, no? So it will have cell membrane.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So earlier the cell membrane will be impermeable to certain ions. Okay, that is in your polarized state.
Then it becomes permeable.
Yes, because of the stimulus, there will be a sudden change in the permeability. It's not permanently it will become permeable, sudden change.
So
Okay.
positive ions from outside will little bit go inside, negative from inside will little bit come outside.
Yes. So what is the definition for this one, electricity or electric current, not electricity, electric current?
Charge flowing per unit time.
Yes, rate of flow of charges. So here the charges are flowing. So whenever a charge flow, definitely it will it will cause a electric current, right? So that is how here we are not talking in terms of current. We call it as an impulse because it is a sudden thing. It's a short-lived thing. Current is a long-lived thing. No, impulses are very short-lived. Okay, so therefore we call this whatever is generated as electrical impulse.
Impulse. Okay.
Okay, so when your neurons become polarized to depolarized, that means electrical impulse is generated. So this is what you need to remember. Impulse will be generated at that time. In simple terms, I told you how it happens. Okay, now what will happen is, here this impulse which is generated here will be passed on. Okay, so when it is passed on, what will happen is this axon will look now like this. Whatever, so these negative charges here, no, and these positive charges, they will again become positive, positive, negative, negative. Since it is passing on like this, what will happen? This will become negative. The next one will become positive. Understood? So like that, they will keep on passing from one place to another. And that is how you said, no, it will reach the synapse. This is how the nerve impulses are conducted. Did you get this concept?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is happening to this particular portion? It's again going back to its polarized state, no? This part?
So it's repolarization.
Yes, that is called as repolarization.
So after it's passed on, like for the others also, it will return to back to polarized state.
Yes, correct. This concept is clear now?
Yes, ma'am.
So the original state of a nerve cell is called as polarized state.
All negatives outside the axon, inside is all positive outside the axon, negative inside. Then when impulse is generated, the membrane becomes a little bit permeable to ions, only temporarily. When the stimulus is when the stimulus is recognized, so that time it will become negative like that. This thing, then the impulse will be passed on from one charge to another. So as it charges on and crosses, it will be repolarized back to how it was before.
Yes, that particular portion will be repolarized. So like this, continuous depolarization and repolarization will help in the conduction of charges. Now, this is nerve impulse and nerve conduction, but how this is associated with the heart is what we are going to see right now. Okay, so if you take your heart, like let me just draw. Yeah. Now, I'm not drawing the valves for now. Okay, so always on the top right corner of your heart, okay, there's this atrial node, sinoatrial node or SA node on the right atrium. Okay, so on the right atrium, there are certain specialized cells called accumulated together, and those specialized cells, we call that as sinoatrial node. What is it called?
Sinoatrial node on the right side of heart.
Yes, the right atrium. Okay, these cells, sinoatrial node. These cells are specialized cells. How they are specialized is they can generate their impulse on their own. That is, we studied, no, impulse generation happens because the stimulus is given, correct? But in the case of the cells that are present in the SA node, they are capable of generating, that is, they are capable of going from polarized state to depolarized state without any external stimulus. That is why they are specialized cells.
Oh, in only the sinoatrial nodes.
Yes, only the cells in the sinoatrial node, they have this ability.
So they don't need an impulse, but they can still polarize, depolarize, repolarize.
Yes, on their own. So when they are depolarizing, they will generate an impulse, no? So this impulse, what will happen is, there will be one more node here, one more set of cells, which we call it as AV node.
Atrial ventricular node.
Yes, atrial ventricular node. So what this atrial ventricular node will do, no? It will take the impulse from the SA node, okay, and pass it on to the ventricles.
Ventricle.
The impulse that is generated from here, no, in the atrial node, it will result in the contraction of the atrium.
Does that cause the noise lub?
No.
Oh no.
I told you lub and dub is
valve.
Closure of valve. So that is not associated with this. Okay. Now, so from this AV node, what will happen is there are a set of nerve fibers here, which we call it as bundle of His. And then that will lead into certain fibers all over the ventricle, which we call it as Purkinje fibers. Have you heard this?
Yes, from last year.
Yes, Purkinje fibers and bundle of His. Okay. So what will happen is, whatever impulse is generated in SA node, no, it will cause the contraction of your atrium. So I'll just write it here. SA node impulse will lead to the contraction of atrium. Okay. Now your ventricles also should contract. So what will happen is, this AV node will receive the impulse from SA node and give it to bundle of His and Purkinje fiber. These three together will result in the contraction of ventricle.
Ma'am, so what? Ma'am, what is SA? I forgot. Atrial something.
Sinoatrial. I've written it here.
Sinoatrial node will cause impulse. It doesn't require any impulse for polarization, depolarization. But when it repolarizes, impulse will be generated.
What? I don't know how you understood that. No. I'm saying that it does not require any stimulus at all. It will undergo all
this. That's what I meant. Yeah. No stimulus, but it can generate impulse on its own.
Correct. Yes.
So that impulse will be received by atrioventricular node.
Correct.
That atrial ventricular node will go to the bundle of His, which is fibrous nerves, which will go all over the heart through Purkinje fibers.
Correct.
And all these three together lead to contraction of ventricle.
Correct. Good. Understood this? Now what you need to understand is how this is associated with the terms that we learned last class. Okay. I'll tell you that. So first one was, we learned about the cardiac cycle, atrial systole. After the atrial systole, you will have ventricular systole. Ventricular systole, atrial diastole.
Diastole, yeah.
That makes sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Atrial diastole.
So I was like ventricular.
Now what will happen? There will be a stage where all of them are in diastole. That is called as joint diastole.
Joint diastole stage.
Yes. Atrioventricular joint diastole. Yes. Now, what causes this atrium to contract is basically the electrical impulse.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, when can we say the contraction happens? We can say the contraction happens when the depolarization happens. So, atrial systole can also be called as atrial depolarization. Understood? Okay. So, initially, basically what happens is that, why we need to know this terminology is, ECG, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, ECG is basically whatever electrical activity right now I explained, right? That is basically recorded. That is only
electrocardiogram.
Yes, electrocardiogram, and the process is called as electrocardiography. Okay, electrocardiogram is the graph. Okay, so basically your ECG will have first a P wave. Okay, then there is a complex called as QRS complex.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Yes, so QRS, you should remember that this S will be lower than that of your Q.
Q.
Okay. And then you have another segment called as the T. So PQRST. This is a typical ECG wave. Okay. So your P stands for atrial depolarization. Okay. So when I say atrial depolarization, that means atrium is contracting.
Systole. Atrial systole.
Yes. Atrial systole can also be known as atrial
depolarization.
Yes. This QRS complex, we always talk it as a single complex. We don't tell like Q separate, R separate, S separate. Okay. So QRS complex will stand for ventricular depolarization. But at the same time, what is happening to atrium?
Atrium will
will it go back to its original state, or
yes.
will it? So that means earlier it was depolarization. So now what it should be?
Repolarization.
Correct. Yes. So we can associate the term systole with
depolarization
and diastole with
repolarization.
Got the concept?
So P is atrial systole or a depolarization.
Depolarization. Very good. QRS is?
QRS is ventricular systole.
That means what? Ventricular what?
Atrial diastole basically. Or it is called this thing. What do you call it? Depolarization.
Yes, ventricular depolarization.
Or atrial repolarization.
Very good. Next, T.
T is atrial diastole.
Yes.
Sorry, joint diastole. Diastole.
Yes. Or you can also say it as a stage where the atrium starts to contract. But you can't call it as atrial polarization. It would be better to say that T is mostly diastole, joint diastole. I think that would be more appropriate to say. Okay. By the end of the T, what will happen is like the atrium will start contracting, the next P wave will start. Okay. So they all have a fixed gap and all these things. Okay. So
so what happens if P is very big or very small? QRS is very big or very small?
So that leads to something called as arrhythmia. So arrhythmia is a condition wherein your heartbeat is very irregular. Okay. So sometimes it can be very feeble. So what will happen is like apart from these PQRST, you will also have other waves. Okay. So like unnecessary waves. Like so those unnecessary waves are called as murmurs. So that indicates
the heart is murmuring.
That means that there is some other problem in the heart. Okay. And if irregular wave of all these PQRS means, that means it's arrhythmia. Okay. So if it is if there is some problem with the P wave, we can understand that the problem is in the atrium. Understood? So we can actually check using ECG whether anything is abnormal with the heart or not.
Okay, ma'am.
So if your heart is beating very fast, the gap between the waves, this gaps are there, no? The gaps between the waves will be very, very less. If your heart is beating slow, then the gap between them will be very large. And the gap between two ECG waves also is fixed, okay? So that if it is more, that means the heart is beating slow. So that means there's something wrong with the heart. So that's why whenever it is anything related to heart, the first thing the doctors suggest is ECG. It gives a rough idea of, actually a clear idea of what is wrong like with the heart.
Ma'am.
It gives you a clear idea about what is wrong with the heart. Okay, is this clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So till now, I'll just quickly revise. Okay, so we learned about the electrical activity of the heart. So we know that SA node will generate the impulse, AV node will trickle. The systole and diastole can be also told as depolarization and repolarization. Systole is depolarization and diastole is repolarization.
Yes, ma'am.
Your ECG that is recorded, the P stands for atrial,
stands for
Depolarization.
atrial systole or atrial depolarization.
Mm.
QRS stands for ventricular systole or ventricular depolarization, or atrial diastole or atrial repolarization.
Very good.
And then T is joint diastole.
Yes. So why I'm repeating this again and again is there were like a lot of questions, a lot of time has asked from like from this particular portion, especially this depolarization, repolarization. So many times people get like confused and tend to make mistakes. So they like asking questions from this genre.
Ma'am, which chapter is chemiosmotic hypothesis from?
Sounds very familiar.
That's what
I
some,
think it's photosynthesis. No,
we didn't do it, no?
no. No, yeah, it is the photosystem 1, photosystem 2, how they coordinate together. It is photosynthesis. We didn't do it. Why? What happened?
Oh no, someone was talking about it. Our biology teacher was talking in school. I was like,
No,
oh,
we have not yet done it.
I was like, where is it even?
No. Let me just make this particular. Okay, now after this, we have some few more diseases and disorders. Oh, sorry,
Ma'am, one
disorders to
second.
learn. What happened?
Ma'am, 1 second. I'll just come back.
Yeah. Let me just make myself a host first. Participants. More. Make host.
Yes, ma'am.
Once again. Where is my screen? Start now. See. Where is it? Section 3. Final. So we'll just DPP. We'll just revise the parts that we learned right now, and then we'll go to the next one. Okay. So, can you see the screen? I think you can, right?
Ma'am.
Akshay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So, yes, this also I forgot to tell you. So, in some textbooks and all, if you see, instead of C, they would have gone for K, like EKG. Don't think something else. It's also ECG only. But, like, say, for like many things, like molluscus is there, no? In molluscus, it is MOLLUSCS. But in some books, you will see it as K.
Ma'am,
Okay.
MO?
Molluscus spelling is MOLLUS.
LLCUS.
Yes. There's a C, no?
Huh.
That C is generally some books it is written as K.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just I'm not sure which is British, which is American and all, but yes, it's correct only. You can either use it as C or either use it as K. Same is the case with ECG. ECG can be also written as EKG.
Electrocardiogram.
Yes, cardiogram only, but they write it as K.
Such.
Okay. Yeah. What is EEG?
Electrical gram.
Electroencephalogram.
Oh, don't know what that is.
That's related to brain. And EMG?
Electroneurogram.
Myogram.
Oh, EMG.
Mm.
Oh, I heard ENG. Electroneuro.
That will help you understand your muscle activities. Okay.
So many.
So, hey, one more thing I forgot to mention is that we learned, right? Does our heart require any external stimulus? It can generate its own impulse because of the SA node. Yes or no?
I know arterial node.
Yes. Such heart which can work on its own and does not require an external impulse to make it work or excite is called as myogenic heart.
I remember this.
Yes. Okay. So that I want you to remember. And what else I wanted to tell about heart? Okay. As and when I remember, I'll tell you. Okay. So this is what I said, bundle of His and Purkinje fibers. Can you see the diagram?
You just explain the whole slide of today.
Yeah, I just explained you everything together.
Oh.
Yeah, because the way I wanted to explain to you is not given in the slides. So I felt it would be not right from my part to just give you what is there in the slide. Otherwise, you won't understand. That's why. Okay. Yes. So these are the portions that I drew a rough diagram. So I think this is better for you to remember. Can you see the diagram?
Heart looks damn cute.
Yeah. Can you see the Purkinje fibers going onto the sides?
Let me zoom in. Yes, ma'am. Purkinje fibers in between also there.
In between, it is a bundle of His.
Bundle of His, and then that is going through Purkinje fibers. Yes, ma'am. I can see it.
Okay. Don't forget the location of SA node. That is repeated question. Where is SA node located?
Right atrium.
Right atrium. Very good. Okay. So now, yes, as I told you, the generation of impulse is done by SA node. Conduction is done by AV node and as well as the fibers. Okay.
The bundle of His and this thing.
What happened?
No, conduction is done by bundle of His and one more.
Correct. Purkinje fibers and AV node. Okay. But the thing you have to remember is that SA node is the one which will make your heart like beat. Correct? It is going to set the pace at which your heart is going to beat. That is the reason why SA node is known as the pacemaker of the heart.
Oh yeah, they tell no. If it's a problem, they'll set up an artificial pacemaker.
Yes, if your SA node is not functioning properly, then there is an artificial pacemaker. It's a small device that is kept under your skin near your shoulders, towards your right shoulder. Okay, so what happens is it's kept under the skin, and then there is a connection given to the heart. So the function that SA node has to do, that pacemaker will be doing, and it has to be replaced. It is a battery oriented one.
What if in the night suddenly pacemaker stops working, dead?
Yeah, if the pacemaker doesn't function, the person will be having problem, and there are chances that that person can get.
Like as soon as it stops working, gone. Or after some time only?
See, it will not abruptly stop working, okay? There might be some defects, and that will, like as and when that is shown, the symptoms also will be shown. So if that is noticed on time, then definitely that person can be saved. If it is not noticed and that person is sleeping, no one is around, then gone is gone.
That's what. When he's sleeping, suddenly battery runs off.
Oh, no. Like that, it won't happen. Like these batteries have fixed lifetime. Okay. So it is not like our batteries that we use for remote. Okay. They're different batteries.
Two hits on the knee only, they'll again get up.
Yeah. So that period, after that, you need to change it.
So they keep undergoing surgery, sir?
No, it comes for a very long period. It's not like 1 year or 2 years. It comes for like around 10 years.
Oh, one
But yes,
pacemaker comes for 10 years.
and it's not a very, it's not like an open heart surgery kind of a thing. They're just going to place it under the skin. It's a very tiny device.
But they have to give connection to heart, no?
No, there are methods like this. This is the old pacemaker. There are now methods how to without the connection to the heart also for it to function. Technology has improved.
Yes, ma'am. But
So
still, life expectancy of people in India are decreasing.
yeah, that is there. That's because um like how education has become commercialized. Even doctors are okay. You don't know what world you are getting into actually. Once you become a doctor, no. Like many people, like I want to do this, I want to serve, I want to innovate and all. At one point of time, your life is going to become a corporate life only.
Ma'am, I don't want to serve and all. What?
No, as in serve, as in see. I'm pretty sure that if a particular patient comes to you, okay, your mindset would be to help the patient or to earn as much as money possible from that patient.
Yes, ma'am. Obviously.
Obviously, to save the patient, no.
It depends on who the patient is, ma'am.
Very nice, Ra. Like this doctors means.
Ma'am, no, ma'am. See, in village, all of that poor people, free treatment, only save them.
Not like that. Not like that. Not, that is not fair. See, I'm complaining, I'm telling that I have an abdomen pain.
Oh,
Okay.
I'll help you also. Obviously. That also I'll
No,
do.
that doesn't work that way. If I have an abdomen pain and then you're telling me to take unnecessary MRI and all,
No,
just
that's
because
not I won't tell you to take.
money.
Not that much and all I won't do.
That is what they do, is what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, they tell Chumma take MRI, all of that scan, blah, 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 blah.
Yes. If a delivery can be done in a normal way, but because they want money, they will make it cesarean.
Mersal movie.
Yes. On Marcel, actually that happens. And you know that in Apollo and all, like the doctors, many doctors, they have incentives based on how many devices they allot.
Ma'am, they have this thing, no, ma'am. They have monthly target and all. No, this much money they should get.
Exactly. So that is just.
If anyone asks, they should only recommend this brand of medicine. Like Dolo 650 is made by multiple brands, and they should recommend one particular brand.
Exactly. So doctors are people you look up to who is going to help you out to survive, and those people are itself money making minded people. Then what is the whole point of it?
Sometimes they are not, ma'am. The people who they work for want them to be like that, and they have
exactly. Then what is the point in doing and studying so much?
I'll become 5 rupees doctor. True 5 rupees.
Then you're just a corporate puppet.
Ma'am, I'll become 5 rupees doctor best.
Paklam.
First, let me get into college. I should
Exactly.
Then after that, then MBBS is there.
Yes. So this is what I was telling you. Electrocardiogram is basically is the graph that you get from the machine. Okay. The process is called as graphy.
Ma'am, do they put some needle inside our chest or just put sticker?
No. So there will be like a particular connector or a lead. Okay, we call it as a lead. Okay, that lead is just placed on the chest. It can be just removed. It's like a sticker madri.
But for trips they put injection, no? That needle.
For trips they put. For this you don't need to.
Trips though.
See, there is a triangle called as Einthoven triangle.
What triangle?
Einthoven triangle. Einthoven. EITHOVEN. Okay, so that triangle actually says on how to place this lead, on the chest region. So it looks like a triangle shape. That's the reason why it's called as Einthoven triangle, and it was discovered by Einthoven. Okay, so the leads like you can place. There are 8 lead ECG, 12 lead ECG. So it keeps varying. Okay, so these leads are nothing but the connector. Can you see this person connected with it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So you can only place it on the chest. You can place it on the wrist. You can place it on wherever you can feel the pulses. No, there also you can place the leads. So this thing is not going to hurt and all. It's just a sticker kind of a thing. Okay. So they will put the silicone gel have you seen the ultrasound and all? They'll put one sort of gel. Have you seen?
No, ma'am.
Same type of gel will be used here. This will be stuck in different positions, and then the graph will be obtained. And this particular system is called as a patient monitoring system.
Ma'am?
If you go to the ICU, in an ICU and all, no, you will see a system like this. Can you see this system here? A monitor. That monitor will be having ECG. It will show you how much is your blood pressure. It will show you how much is your oxygen saturation. Everything will be displayed in that one system. That system is called as patient monitoring system. Okay, so these things are out of portion anyway. That is not necessary. It's for your understanding.
In Karnataka, there's no one dog was trapped with a leopard for one night.
Ayyo.
And it walked out alive.
Wow.
Like the leopard, it in one small toilet, that leopard was chasing some dog, it seems. The dog went inside, the leopard came through that roof, like that hole of it's like some small construction toilet or something. So the leopard was sleeping in one corner, dog was sleeping in one corner.
Very nice.
But the leopard chased the dog to kill it.
Okay, now coming back to this is more important for me right now. Okay, so yes, this is the graph that I already explained to you.
Oh yeah, arterial contraction, depolarization, ventricular contraction, or arterial arterial relaxation, that is ventricular depolarization or atrial repolarization.
Okay.
And then PQRS is that.
Yes, yes. So
I'm a pro.
These things are on. I already explained it to you, so there's nothing more to explain there. Question time. Which of the following is correctly matched?
P is depolarization of atria, correct, because it is systole of atria. Done.
Okay.
What a question.
Now we come to the different disorders associated with the
last part of the chapter, no?
No, actually there's one more session. I don't know what that session is about. I think there are a few more disorders, but yeah.
Usually chapter ends, all these chapters end with disorders. So I thought.
Sorry, what?
No, usually all these human physiology chapters end with disorder, no?
Yeah. There's one more topic actually left. So, okay. When it comes to heart, no. We all use the same term when we say the heart stopped beating. If the heart stopped beating, no, it's basically heart attack.
But if what is cardiac arrest then?
That is basically cardiac arrest. So if your heart is not functioning properly, then you call it as heart failure. So heart failure is not the same as heart attack. They're not same because like normally we think that they are same, but these terms are different. So today we will see the difference in detail. Okay.
I never thought heart failure, heart attack was same. Like I knew cardiac arrest, heart attack was different.
Failure of a thing is when they
stop working only.
Not stop working. Like when they are not functioning properly.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, when first we'll start with coronary artery disease. Okay. So coronary artery disease is also known as erythrosclerosis. Sclerosis. So here basically what happens, in the artery that goes to the heart. Okay. There will be blockage. Like because of some deposition, there will be blockage. As a result of which, what will happen is there will be no enough blood supply to the heart. We learned, remember, there are certain arteries and veins that supply the blood to the heart. What is it called?
That. It starts with C, no?
What is it?
Coronary artery.
Yes, anything that is related to heart is generally coronary. So coronary artery is the artery that supplies the blood to the muscles of
blood to the heart muscles, and coronary vein will remove all deoxygenated blood from heart muscles.
Yes. So what will happen is if there is any blockage in this coronary artery, then there will be no proper blood supply. Okay. And if there is no proper blood supply, then the muscle tissues of the heart will die. And that is called as myocardial infarction. Yes. When the tissues of the heart, muscles of the heart, they die because of not enough supply of oxygen, I mean, oxygen is there or blood is there, that is called as myocardial infarction. Okay, so first what you need to remember is coronary artery disease. Coronary artery disease is wherein any deposition in the artery that supplies to the muscle of the heart. Okay, so what will happen is there will be no proper flow. Like say for example, in your pipes, okay, you have pipe that supplies water, no? If there is something going and blocking it, will the water come freely to us?
No.
Oh, right. Yes, same concept. When there is a deposition within the artery, then there will be no proper flow of blood. Okay, so this case is what they generally do. They do a this one called as angiogram. Okay, it's an operation wherein they insert a tube like structure which will have a material at the end. So that tube like structure will go into this
It'll push
artery.
The blockage.
Yes, and then once it goes inside that structure at the top, okay, it will bloat up like a balloon. And when it blows up like the balloon, it will push. Expand. Arteries will not expand. It will push the whatever is blockage is there inside towards the sides.
Then they'll remove it.
Yes, and then they'll remove it. You must have heard this term called stent. Stent vechanga. That heart stent is what I'm talking about.
But what will they keep? They like stent. They kept
stent is a substance. It's a bio like compatible substance.
Oh.
Okay. So yes.
For all this only, those doctors will take off full money. No?
Yes. Okay. So what are the possible deposits that can happen? Calcium deposit, fat deposit, fibrous tissue deposit.
So
okay. Yes.
Too much fat problem.
Yes. Now we come to something called as angina. Angina means acute chest pain. Okay. So again, when there is no proper supply of oxygen to the heart, then also this chest pain can happen.
No, even I get acute chest pain.
That is not angina, sir. Angina cause is different. Angina is also known as angina pectoris.
Oh, why is it caused?
That is what, no proper supply of this one. So your heart start like, see, when you're doing exercise and all, no, you're having body pain. Why is it?
Because no oxygen, so lactic acid fermentation.
Correct. Lactic acid formation is happening. So in the case of your heart, when there is no proper oxygen, what will happen is, it will no lactic acid formation will be there, but it will not function properly, and that will result in a pain also. So that pain will radiate and cause a chest pain for you, and that is called as angina pectoris.
Okay.
So these are all not separate disorders. They are all related to one another. So a person with coronary artery disease also can get angina. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now we come to heart attack. Okay. So heart attack can also be called as myocardial infarction. Now what is myocardial infarction? I already taught you this.
Oh, blockage.
No. I told you the term why we...
Death of cardiac muscle.
Yes, exactly. So if a person has a coronary artery disease, there is no proper supply of
blood, so the heart muscle will die.
As a result of which, a person will have myocardial infarction, and it is also known as heart attack. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So this is basically, all these three things are connected with one another. Okay. Heart failure, as I said earlier, is when your heart is not doing its work properly. Okay.
So that is too tired it is.
Sorry. Yes, because of its... Yeah, because of the work it has been doing. Okay. And cardiac arrest is when your heart stops beating. So I hope now you understood the difference between heart attack, heart failure, and cardiac arrest. Heart attack is when what will happen? The death of the muscles of your heart.
Death of muscle cell. Heart failure is when heart does not pump blood immediately.
Yes.
Cardiac arrest is when heart only stops beating.
Yes, complete beating stops. Okay. And atherosclerosis is okay. So we learned in the case of coronary artery disease, the alternative term for it is what?
Atherosclerosis.
Sclerosis, right? Please do not get confused this with atrial sclerosis.
Sclerosis,
Yes.
atherosclerosis, and atriosclerosis.
Yes. So
Atriosclerosis is loss of elasticity of arteries.
no.
Atherosclerosis is deposition of fats, blockage in the arteries.
Yeah. So basically, in the case of atrial sclerosis, your middle layer of the atrium, that is your tunica media,
It will become thick.
it will become thicker. But in the case of atherosclerosis,
There is actually
there will be,
blockage and the walls are just normal.
yes, external depositions will be there. But in both the cases, what is going to happen? The passage of that artery is going to narrow. As a result of which, what will happen? There will be no proper blood flow. Okay, but the causes are different. So athero is different from atrio. Okay, I hope you will remember this.
Yes, ma'am.
Congenital heart diseases are heart diseases since birth. Okay, and yes, artificial pacemaker, as told, is basically if your SA node is not functioning.
Sinoarterial node is not functioning, it can be used to create impulse.
Correct, yes. So now who regulates your heartbeat? So heartbeat generally is regulated by the sympathetic nervous system. Okay, so what happens is that when you're getting scared or when you're getting this one, so there are two systems that work together. One is your adrenaline, which causes the heart to beat, and another is your sympathetic nervous system. I hope you would have heard of sympathetic, parasympathetic.
Ma'am, you only, I think, told.
Yeah, okay. So what will happen is the sympathetic nervous system will cause the heart to beat faster. And the parasympathetic will make sure that your heart is beating in a normal rate.
Yes, ma'am.
So that is why when you're getting scared and all, your heart will beat fast for some time. But is it continuing?
No.
It's reducing to its normal rate. No. So this is all regulated by neural and chemical coordination. Okay. So that is what is being explained here. So this particular portion alone, I will skip because we are yet to learn about the nervous system chapter. Okay. So anyway, I think I have covered all of this. Yes. So what is the difference between heart attack and cardiac arrest?
Ma'am, in heart attack, the muscle tissues die because of insufficient supply of this thing. So basically, it's related to coronary artery disease, angina, and basically cause a heart attack.
Okay.
Cardiac arrest is when heart only stops working, it stops beating only.
Okay. What is the difference between atria and atherosclerosis?
I mean, atherosclerosis, there is blockage. In arteriosclerosis, there is no blockage, but the walls of the atrium, there is tunica, the middle layer, that will become thick.
Okay, good. Yeah. So all these tissues that are associated with regulating the heartbeat is also known as nodal tissue. Okay, that was one thing I didn't mention. What is a pacemaker called as? Natural pacemaker called as?
What is it called as? Pacemaker.
Which is a natural pacemaker in your heart?
Oh, in natural, sinoarterial node.
And where is it located?
Right atrium.
Good. Okay. So that's it for today's class.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I hope it's clear for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll meet you on Tuesday, right?
Yes, ma'am.
We'll try and have more classes this week.
Yes, ma'am.
Coming week, so that because your May exam is starting, no? So I think January, March, April. Till April I have time. I think after that it will become too crowded. So I think we should finish it. So why not
April first week, ma'am? Before March end, we should finish it off.
Yeah. So what we can do is that on Monday we can have a class.
On Monday 11:30 to 12:30, Tuesday 11:30 to 12:30.
Yeah. Okay.
Friday 11:30 to 12:30.
Cool. Then we can do that.
And Saturday, Tuesday.
Yeah. Done. Then Monday I'll ask them to schedule.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. Bye. Take care. Bye.